Today is June 18th, and I'm Victoria, and you know where you're at. It's been a while since I podcast, a couple months, not too bad. I am on my way to take a hike. Janet and I have been doing a lot of hikes lately, and it's been really nice, and we decided to take another one today. So I've tried to start a podcast multiple times, but just haven't been able to get into it for various reasons, you know. It seems like my knitting has been limited, my knitting time, so I haven't felt like I've got, you know, as much done, but that excuse has gone by the wayside because I've got a lot finished. Also, COVID never really affected me a whole lot and my family, but the Black Lives Matter movement has, and I feel very strongly about it. I hope you do too. I hope you're doing some research. If you think if you think you don't have a racist bone in your body, I think you probably better do some reading. Because if you're from North America, as I am, and you've been raised here, yeah, we've been raised in a racist society, whether we want to admit it or not. And so I just want to state out very clearly that I support that movement. So yeah, the ride in has been rather moody looking. We're probably going to get rained on today. I'd be surprised if we didn't. The area we're going to is completely covered with clouds. The ride into town was pretty but very rainy, and so we'll see what happens. The hike we're going to is called Avalanche Lake. It is in Glacier National Park. Now, Glacier National Park has recently begun to open. It's not completely open. It's not open much at all. Janet and I did a hike last week in the only trail that was open in Glacier National Park, and that was Apgar Lookout. We did that one. But today they've opened a second trail, and that's to Avalanche Lake. So we've decided to go ahead and do that one. I think our friend Carmen is going to come along too. And Avalanche Lake is a really, really popular hike. It's only a 4-mile round trip, so I expect there's going to be a lot of people on this hike. We expect it to just be slammed. Now maybe it won't be so bad because the weather isn't great. And you know, I'm looking at where we're going over here, and it's just completely cloud covered. So maybe that'll keep some people home. Also, the park is going to limit how many people can go on the hike today. missed one of my shoes. I missed getting it in the bag. Can you believe that? I can't believe it either. I put out a lost and found, and yeah, I never found it. So those shoes were really new. So I got online and I ordered a pair of actual boots from the same company, and I just ordered them through Amazon, and so I'm gonna try them out today, and I'll show you. I'll insert a picture of my beautiful boots before they get all muddy today. I think they're really, really pretty. So yeah, I'm on my way to meet Janet, and yeah, we'll see if it breaks up at all today. We'll see how this hike looks. As I said, I've been taking a lot of hikes with Janet. I have taken multiple finished knitted objects up with me and started talking about them and thought I was going to do a podcast, and just kind of didn't, obviously. But I'm going to try to get this one going, and we'll see what happens. I should mention the reason the Glacier National Park hasn't fully opened yet. Part of it's due to snow. You can't get through the park yet because the road is the main road through the park is still blocked with snow. They're still bulldozing it off. But the main reason not much has opened yet is because of COVID-19. Glacier National Park pulls in people from all over the world to work there, especially in the lodges within the park. And it's just, you can imagine the nightmare of doing that. Like when you go and have a meal at Glacier National Park in one of the lodges during the summer, you'll on their name tags, the servers will show their name, but they'll also show what country they're from. Like some of them will be from Venezuela, Taiwan. You just never know. They're from all over the place, and it's really interesting to see that. And I hope it's a great experience for them. I've talked to one or two of them and kind of asked them about it, and they said it was. They said they really enjoyed being there. But that's a lot of the reason they haven't opened yet. Also, the rangers that take care of Glacier National Park, do all the upkeep and things like that, come from all over the United States. They don't live in the area, all of them, all year long. So they have a big staff shortage, is what I'm trying to explain. And that is why they are slowly opening the park a little bit at a time, trying to keep things a little controlled so they can try to handle the crowds. Most of Montana is basically open now as far as COVID-19 goes. I think most of the restaurants are at least at 50% capacity, and some are at 75%. So, as I said, it's not affecting my family a whole lot. Jumping time is opened for the boys, so that really helps with their daily care. They can go and have fun there when it's not so nice outside. So that's the explanation for why the park is opening so slowly. There were masses of tourists along the way. I could have showed you a lot more, but I got a little tired of it. And here we are coming up onto the lake. You'll see why it's so popular. It's beautiful. That's gorgeous, isn't it? Looks really nice. Yeah. These two, this one and this one. Don't fall in.
No.
Kidding. Okay, we did the hike. There were a lot of people on the hike, as I suspected. But good news is we did not get rained on. So Janet and Carmen and I stopped and had lunch on the way home in Columbia Falls. We stopped at a place called, gosh, I can't remember the name of it. It was a brewery. What was that? Not Back Street, but Back something Brewery. It was good. Had a big salad. So those mittens that I showed at the lake is a new pattern by Jan SWARBRIck, Jan's Crafty Crochet. She asked me if I would be interested in test knitting a mitten pattern of hers, and I said yes. Those are called the MAGNUM mittens, and she said she named them that because her son loves the band MAGNUM and also loves Magnum ice cream. Now I have no idea what the reference is on either of those items. I've never heard of a band called Magnum or ice cream called Magnum. But I may just look that up when I get home because, yeah, that's all new to me. But I really like the mittens. And those mittens, the yarn I used for them is a yarn I was given because I had the opportunity through my friend Janet of helping out on a sheep shearing. It's been, let's see, that had to have been a couple weeks ago probably. Janet asked me if I wanted to help out with the sheep shearing, and I said sure. So I went and did that for the day, and I'll insert here of that. It was really, I'd like to say it was fun. I'm not sure it was fun. It was like the hottest day we've had so far. It was like 90 degrees that day or something crazy for Montana. It was really, really hot. So there was a lot of standing around in the heat. But my job was to help up. There was a small group of us, and we helped to pick the plant material and whatnot out of the sheep's wool after they were sheared. So we got these big piles of sheep's wool, and it was gorgeous. I can't tell you how fun it was to be so close to that and feel it. I really enjoyed that. The owner did not want to be mentioned. She said she's a very private person, and I told her I get that, so I didn't have a problem with not mentioning, you know, her name during all of this and saying who she was and stuff. But yeah, it was, so she paid us. We were there all day, I think from like 8:30 to 5. She fed us lunch, and she gave us 3 skeins of yarn for working for her that day. And it was, you know, it was really, really interesting. She obviously loves her sheep. She has them named. And she was very concerned about them the whole time. But the sheep shearer comes from south of us in Montana. He's from Montana, and he came up and sheared her sheep, and he's been doing it for a long, long time. But that's where the wool came from, and I love it. It's beautiful wool. I've really enjoyed knitting those mittens with that yarn. It was really, really, that was a treat. It was a real treat. Anyway, so I'm on my way home, and you'll probably join me on another hike soon, and I will talk about more knitting. Hi, it's Saturday, June 20th. It might be the first day of summer, I'm not sure. Kim's not sure either. Kim and I and Larky are out for a hike. This hike isn't going to be near as pretty as the Avalanche Lake hike, so I won't show you a whole lot of it. Avalanche Lake hike is so popular. As I said, there were a lot of people on it, and part of the reason it's so popular is because it's an easy hike. It's just 2 miles to the lake, and then you come back 2 more miles down. And it's not just pretty at the lake, but it is pretty. The whole trail is pretty all the way up, so it's really nice. This hike Kim and I are doing, you can see the road behind me. It's a Forest Service road. And what's nice about the Forest Service roads is you can just take off on them and hike them as far as you feel like. And you're just in the forest. What is this? Probably Flathead National Forest we're in right now? Yep. Yeah. So this would be a good hike. I like this one because it actually has a stream on it and two springs for Lucky to get water. Not that we haven't brought water for him and for us. And we brought a bunch of knitted items I plan on showing you guys. Our plan today is to hike to the top of one of these hills behind me. We haven't done it before. We want to see what the view is from there. So let's go do that. And we have our packs on. Kim's carrying, Kim's carrying a bunch of knitted stuff. A little bit of snacks, bear spray, water. I think that's about it. Okay. Well, we made it. We're at the top of the hill. That is Little Bitterroot Lake behind us, and we live 3 miles that side of it. So, I did want to show one more time a nice close-up of Jan's MAGNUM mittens that I knit, that test pattern. So this is them. I wanted to show you guys one more time. I really like them, and the pattern is live on Ravelry now. So you can get this pattern, MAGNUM mittens. And I will show you the other 2 skeins of yarn I got from working on that shearing. So I used 1 skein for these mittens, and then I got another brown skein, and then this lighter skein. Now, if the owner, if I was talking to her, she would know exactly who these were from, which are for cheap. I think Janet said she thought this was Frank. Pretty cute. All right, well, as I said, I have stuff finished. I have lots of finished objects, but I didn't bring all of them with me because we got plenty to pack here. I did bring other things. I did not bring my confetti sweater, but I do have some pictures and some video, and I will insert that now. It's the confetti sweater by VEERA VÄLIMÄKI, and that pattern was a gift from a viewer, Linda. Thank you, Linda. The yarn is Knit Pick Stroll, and the pink is Melted Vinyl by Hannah Made It. And I also got a birthday present from my friend Sandy, and she sent this great stitch holder kit. It's a leather cord and needle stitch holder set, and I used it on that confetti sweater when I got to the arms, to the sleeves, and needed to put them on holders. I used that stitch holder, and it worked really nice. And I think I saved some pictures of that, so I will insert that too. Thank you so much, Sandy. That's really nice. Sandy also sent for my birthday, might as well show this. It's the color book, Bold and Playful Modern Knits, Mad Color. This is by TINCANKNITS. I haven't picked anything out of it yet to knit, but there's plenty of colorful things, and yeah, Sandy knows me well. She knew I would like that, and she was right. She also sent a little pine tree, I believe I have it in here too. She sent a little pine tree pin. Yes, that's really cute. Thank you, Sandy. I love it. I love it all. Really nice. So, yes, I finished my confetti sweater. I really, really like it. I also want to point out here that I switched it up for the sleeves. The main color on the body was black, but on the sleeves I switched it up and did smaller stripes with the black and larger stripes with the pink, and I really, really like that. I think it just gave it a little extra oomph. I'm loving this sweater. I really appreciate that pattern. Thank you so much, Linda. The next sweater I finished was the Autumn Square sweater by HINTERM STEIN. I also have video and pics of that because I didn't bring that one up either. The yarn is KNITOLOGIE SHEEN TITMOUSE. I like that color so much when I got it from Knit Crates that I ordered 2 more skeins because I knew I wanted to make a sweater out of it. And I think it turned out. The color is gorgeous. The sweater, I don't know. What do you guys think? You like it? I think it's a little boxy, and I'm not sure I'm the boxy type. But I have to thank Lorraine from the L&S Craft podcast for helping me with that sweater, because if you've watched this podcast before, you may realize I frogged the whole thing once, and I was a little frustrated. But she, with her encouragement and some tips, I got through that sweater, and it is now finished. Sweater number 3 is finished. I did that flax light, and I will insert video and pics of that. I used the Merry Chillmas Advent Calendar by Hannah Made It to knit that with. I love the way this turned out. I did make some modifications from that flax light sweater pattern. I think, and I will check, and I will put at the bottom of the screen if I'm correct, I only cast on 96 stitches for the neck on that, because those necks seem, oh, there's a big bumblebee beside me, pretty nice. Those necks seemed way too wide to me, and I don't like the way they spill over. I am going to take some of my old flax light sweaters, I've decided, and I'm going to pick up at the neckline, and I'm going to knit them so that they're not so open. Really annoys me how open those are. Some of it is due to my sloppy knitting. I'm a very loose knitter, so I take some of the blame for some of that happening, but not all of it. Anyway, and I did a little bit of short rows on the back of that flax light. I added that myself. I should have probably done more, but it fits really nicely, as you can tell. I really like the way it fits. I love the colors. My daughter Vanessa really likes it too, and that's a big compliment when she tells you she likes something you've knit. So, y'all know I was making that moose, because I showed that in my last podcast. This moose pattern is from Susan B. Anderson, and he's finished. And there he is with one of his sweaters. He's really cute. I decided if I didn't see a moose in the wild, I can't seem to find one, I'll make my own to bring out in the woods with me. So that's what I did. He also has sweater number 2. And this is it. I decided I would make both the little sweaters. And yeah, the arms seem like they're sticking up really far, but it works. You know, the pattern works. You put it on him and, I don't know, they fit somehow. I think he's adorable. I think he's really, really cute. I love it. Moose by Susan B. Anderson. I just used a bunch of leftover, stash yarn for this. I used mostly, well, I was going to say Karen, and some of it is, but just whatever I had around. I just used that. It worked out really well. And then after him, I remembered that Linda, my viewer Linda again, had bought me another pattern by Susan B. Anderson, Panda. So I thought, well, what the heck? I'll go ahead and make that panda. I think he's adorable. I'll turn you around so you guys can see him. Getting him fixed up after his trip up the mountain in the backpack. He's a little squished, but I think he's looking pretty good. He gets a hoodie. He really makes me laugh. I love this panda. Yeah, Panda gets a hoodie. A little sweater hoodie. I'll show you what he looks like without his little hoodie on. It even fits so his ears come out the hood. I don't know why I'm laughing so hard. He's pretty cute. You were supposed to put some kind of poly beads, polyfill, poly something in the bottom of it. Well, I went to the store to buy it at Joann's, and all they had was these huge bags of it. And I thought, well, I'm not going to buy a huge bag of it, like bean bag size, to put just in the bottom. I mean, it fills him up to about here, I think. So they had some silly looking plastic beads on sale for $1.50. So that's what I got. But I love him. I think his little hoodie really makes him. He's just a hoodie on a panda. I really love it. Okay. And don't ask me why I'm making all these toys. I just think they're cute. I don't know. You get into them and they're just adorable. I'm just going to line them up when I get my knitting room back downstairs and just enjoy looking at them. They're so cute. I did get that, remember that gnome? Gnome is where you hang your hat by Sarah Shearer. Man, that took a while, didn't it? I finally finished it though. And here he is. He's pretty cute too. He's got some beads in the bottom of him, and I think I just used some glass beads that I had around the house for that. Some glass or plastic, just extra beads. So that's him. He gets this little nose, and he has a little beard, and this is a sweater he has on that you make, or you know, you can or you cannot, either way. His hat, he gets stuffed about up to here, and that's about it. He doesn't get eyes or a mouth or anything. Russell was asking me where his mouth and eyes were, and I explained it to him. Now, I really like the way it turned out, and I figured I would, but holy cow, it's fiddly. You have to watch so many videos to do this thing. It's very fiddly. I'll probably make more gnomes, but I'll use a simpler pattern. Now, I won't say that you wouldn't like it. You probably would, because he's, you know, he's cute. He's got a cute sweater. But yeah, I'm not making this one again. And then the last toy I decided to make. So Susan B. Anderson, you know, I follow her on Instagram, and she posted this little picture. I saw this, and I'm like, well, holy cow! I need myself an alpaca, right? So, so this happened. Whoops, take off the long hair. He just came out of the backpack too, so he's a little, you know, bent up a little bit. He was super easy to make. That didn't take long at all. His little curly hair was probably the most difficult part. Everything else was really easy. This little saddle and pack just comes off like that. It's, you know, obviously it's pom-poms. And yeah, he was fun. He's really, it's really cute. I might have to make myself another one. You know, maybe in a different color, black, brown. I might have to make a couple of them. I thought he's pretty cute. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, the other thing I finished, I finally got those basilisk socks done. Yeah. I should have brought a better picture. You can't really see the face on that snake, can you? Anyway, you can see that face. Then this face, for some reason, is kind of twisted around there a little too much, but I'll try to see if I can get you to see it. There we go. All right? That's a little bit better. Still can't see his tongue. There they are. They are finished. I'm really happy to have them done. Christmas. Snakes for Christmas. The only problem I had, and I can't remember which one it was on, because it doesn't really matter now, but I seem to have missed a stitch on one of these on the mouth, and I will show you a before picture. I just went in and did one duplicate stitch. Really, really simple. That went really well. I'm in love with these socks. I have a slight problem with, I got a little bit of a hole in some of their heels, both of their heels, but I can live with it. I could go back with some yarn and work that through if it was going to be a big deal for me. And I don't think it's going to be a big deal. I really love these socks. The white was just, I don't know, somewhat white yarn I picked up somewhere. But the red yarn is Holly Jolly by Big Sky Yarn Co. And I also have one little mistake right here. I did not bother doing a duplicate stitch over because frankly I don't care. There's one mistake on all this color work. Yeah, I'm not gonna sweat that. It was a lot of color work, but they fit really well. I should maybe when I get home I'll take a picture of them on and then I'll stick that in too. So as you guys can tell, Larky's up here with us. He's been doing really well. He likes being off leash. We are way away from any busy roads here, and so it's not a problem having him off leash. He stays very close to us, so it's really been nice. We're lucky to have a dog that's doesn't want to run off and do his own little independent stuff. He likes being with us. We call to him, he stays right with us, so it's really nice. We brought his lunchtime food up with us, and he just had that, and he had a big drink of water and a couple of dog biscuits, and yeah, now he's trying to entertain himself as I am trying to do my podcast. I did want to talk about, there's a couple of knit-alongs you might be interested in, or make-alongs, I think. Also, Aquila of a Lefty Knitter podcast is hosting a birthstone knit-along. So you can check out her Ravelry group for the details. It ends on August 6th. And after Janet and I did our hike, Janet and I and Carmen did our hike on Thursday. Janet and I decided to go to the Brave Dog Knits store, knitting shop in Columbia Falls, since we were right there, and I picked up this yarn. It is called, it's Ancient Arts yarn, hand-dyed in Canada, made in Italy. That's weird, I didn't notice this. It says it's 68% superwash merino and 32% nettle. Well, now I have to go home and look that up, don't I? It says nettle soft. The colorway is April Showers. I love that yarn. I thought it was really pretty. It's a DK. And I thought, well, I bet I could fit that into Aquila's knit-along because I did find out that, okay, I was born in April, so my birthstone is a diamond, but diamonds do come in blue and pink. And this is also April Showers. So I figured that was 3 reasons why this could be my birthstone. I plan on knitting the Climbing Roses hat by Heather Boyd, which is a free pattern on Ravelry. I think it's really pretty. And so I hope this uses up enough yarn to qualify for the knit-along. If it doesn't, maybe I can make a pair of knits. Maybe I would have a pair of mitts, afterwards. I'm not sure I'd have enough for a pair of mitts, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Not too worried about it. The other knit-along is from Andrea of the Cat Lady podcast. She's hosting a summer socks knit-along. That doesn't end until September 21st. So she's doing like, if you do shorty socks. Out here in Montana, we don't wear a lot of shorty socks. At least I don't. Almost all the time, I want my socks to be long. It's very, what is there, maybe a month you might wear summer socks up here? Shorty socks? Maybe. All right, another thing I missed by not podcasting in May was that Guernsey calendar for May was called Bec du Nez. I'll put a picture up of that. I think that means beak nose or beak of the nose in French. And I found this little talk about that, which I thought sounded really pretty. Part of Guernsey's appeal is that its size, just 25 square miles, enables walkers to explore its crenellated coastline. There is plenty of wildlife to see at this time of year. Look out for autumn squill, pink or blue bell-shaped flowers among the short turf on the cliffs, and rock sapphire, which is a plant in the carrot family. The stretches of soft coastal cliff are likely to host ivy bees, which forage exclusively on ivy in enormous colonies. Opens up ahead. with vast moulin Hue Bay dominating the land and seascape. Renoir painted 15 canvases here in 1883. As you make your way around the bay, paths crisscross and flirt briefly with paved roads. The key is to keep as close to the cliffs as possible. But don't take the 300 steps down to Petite Port Bay unless you intend to. The only way back is the way you've come. At the top, turn left to reach a headland before dropping down to another road and turning left downhill, signposted for Saints Harbor. Pass another loophole tower to reach the headland, where a sharp path climbs up again to Icart Point, signposted for Petit Bow. Wow, I would take that hike. That sounds lovely, doesn't it? And the one for June was this carriage ride in Sark. And Sark is a part of the Channel Islands in the southwestern English Channel off the coast of Normandy, France. It is a royal fief which forms part of the bailiwick of Guernsey, with its own set of laws based on Norman law and its own parliament. It has a population of about 500. Sark has an area of about 2 square miles. It is one of the only places where cars aren't allowed. This scenic island features cliffs, hiking, and biking. Yeah. Oh, I just got a tick out of my hair. Interesting. Okay, we'll have to check ourselves on the way home. All right, well, that all sounded really nice. I would love to take a trip to Guernsey. That would be really nice. So Kim and I have hiked up here, and now we didn't bring lunch or anything. We brought some snacks. We're gonna have some water. As I said, it's a beautiful view. I think today is the first day of summer, although Montana, I'm not sure, realizes that because it's still overcast and it's pretty cool out. What is it, maybe 60 if we're lucky?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it might be 60, 62 or something. It's comfy. It's nice for hiking. And I think I will show you some pictures of our hike up, and I will catch you later. We're going.
Okay.
Can you say hi, everybody?
Hi, everybody.
You're a little puffy in the eyes, aren't you?
Hi, baby.
Come here, Nico. You want to say hi, everybody?
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
No.
Okay.
What now?
Well, I just wanted to tell everybody you have some allergies, don't you? Yeah. Your mom's been giving you some medicine, huh?
But I feel much better.
That's great. That's great. I also wanted to tell everybody that that hike that you just watched that Kim and I took, that hike, the start of the hike is about, oh no, about 10 minutes from our house.
Yeah.
And the hike, the hike took about, was about it was under 5 miles that we hiked that day. I had to help Nico with his toys.
No.
Uh-oh. Okay, so one other thing I finished that I haven't shown yet is these
Rainbow alpaca.
First I'm going to show these, my mitts. I made these mitts. This is the Rainy Day Warmers by Christine Gladwin.
Rainy Day Warmers.
And should check out Christine's podcast. It's called Sweet Lavender Knits. FYI, I will try to link to everything below this podcast. Patterns and all that stuff.
No.
So this is the first pair of Rainy Day Warmer mitts I made from her pattern. I think these are the medium size. And they're a little loose, but I made these out of that titmouse colorway to match the sweater I finished. I really like them. You can read Christine's explanation of why they're called Rainy Day Warmers. It's the rain that runs down the windows during a car ride. I thought that was pretty cool. What'd you have to say?
This is white.
Yeah, and here's a black one. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I only so I started another pair and I just got one finished, and I made these in the small size, and I just stuck to a size 2 needle, and I really like the way these fit. They're tighter. I like a tighter mitt. I like tighter socks. Just I don't know. It just feels more secure to me. What do you think? Do you like it?
Yeah.
You want to try it on?
Yeah. Jump.
Put your thumb through there. There you go. How's that feel?
Good. And warm.
It is warm, isn't it? So, on our last podcast, which was quite a while ago, Russell and I...
My rainbow alpaca.
Well, just a minute. Russell and I announced that we would do a giveaway of the Rainy Day Mitts pattern. Christine was nice enough to offer to give away one of her patterns, but I decided it's been so long I would give away to 2 different viewers. And I've drawn the names.
Yeah.
So can you say the first name? I'll whisper it to you and then you can say it. Kath Gale. Kath Gale, you're our first winner. You get a pattern, a free pattern. So I'm gonna pay for one of the patterns, and then Christine will do the other one. The other winner, you have to excuse Nico's. he's excited because the horses are over here. You will see the horses later on in the podcast. The other winner is Three Sisters Knit, and I believe that's probably Sheila. So you have won a pattern also, Sheila. So congratulations. I know what Sheila's name is on Ravelry. I do not know Kath. I hope you are on Ravelry. If you could just contact me with your info, I will get that pattern out to you. So I'm going to do another giveaway. This time it is, I have chosen Rebecca McKenzie on Ravelry. And if you'll check out her patterns, her name on Ravelry is Raging Pearl Wind.
Her name is on Ravelry. Can go in. Daddy.
And if you want to just, let's see, what should we use for the,
Two of the horses came first.
I see the horses. Okay, just put the word pattern in your comment and you will be entered to win. So if you could check her out on Raging Pearl Wind on Ravelry, and she is Raging Pearl Wind on Instagram. Ooh, one of the horses is snorting. If you check out, oh, there's a kitty cat down there, isn't there, Nico? Yeah, more kitty cat. I see it. So Lorraine from L&S Crafts, if you want to check out her podcast, it's a really good one. She just finished her second mermaid top by Rebecca McKenzie, and I think it's really pretty, and I think I should make one. My only drawback with it is it's sleeveless, and you know, I'm a grandma with those arms, but what the heck, I might make it anyway. But this is my way to try to promote some black designers, and I really like Rebecca's patterns. So if you want to go on Ravelry and check them out and pick and just put pattern in your comment, and I'll choose somebody next time. And if you aren't on Ravelry, here are 4 of her patterns that you can choose from. This will also give you a good idea of what she has designed. That mermaid top is the one I really like. I think I might make that one. Okay, so I think Russell's pretty anxious to show his rainbow alpaca. We went to the store after Russell saw my alpaca. He decided he wanted one, and he wanted one in rainbow colors because he loves rainbows. I'm going to insert a couple rainbow shots here that we had lately at the house. He picked out this yarn at Joann's. I think it's perfect, right? Isn't that pretty? I'll put what it is at the bottom. Larky has gotten a hold of it a couple times, so he's messed it up a little, but it's still okay. When we got to Joann's, the parking lot was really full. Russell went to help me pick this out, and Russell's comment was, wow, all the grandmas must be here today. He thinks only grandmas knit, huh? But lots of young people knit too. Anyway, here is, I just finished his rainbow alpaca today. There it is.
Wow. Thank you so much, Grandma.
You're very welcome. Do you like it?
Yeah.
He is a rainbow lover. And who doesn't love a good rainbow, right? I do.
I do.
Yeah. You like that? He has his little pack, and he's got his pom-poms. You want to show everybody? I don't know if they've seen it. There you go.
Mama.
That's going to be nice, huh? All right. All right, so you can find me on Ravelry as Victoria Jean. You can find me on Instagram as Victoria Jean W. And you can email me at vjwilliams54.
Thank you for the emails.
You're welcome, honey. You can email me at vjwilliams54 at gmail.com. And I think that's all I have to say. The hummingbirds are back. You'll see that in the off the porch segment. Our neighbor brought his horses over to help mow our grass down naturally. Oh, I'm going to insert a joke that Russell did, unless he wants to do it now.
I want to do it now.
Okay.
What type of sandwich does the sharky like to eat?
Yeah. What kind of sandwich? Yeah. What kind of sandwich does a shark eat?
Peanut butter and jellyfish.
Excellent. I have some whips, but I'll show them next time. No, Nico. No. We have new chicken fencing because a neighbor dog came over and killed another one of our chickalettas. And so Kim has put up permanent fencing for the chickens and the ducks because, yeah, they're getting picked off.
So that big giant dog doesn't get it again.
Yeah, so that big giant dog doesn't get another chicken. That big giant dog is usually fenced in with its other 2 family dogs, but it managed to get out. The owners were frantically looking for it, and we found it in our backyard standing over our dead chicken. So, you know, it hasn't been wildlife out here that's been bothering them.
The feathers have fallen off.
Yeah, it hasn't been wildlife out here that's been after our chickens. It's been neighbor dogs. That's been the issue. Anyway, I think that's it. Do you want to say bye?
Bye.
Goodbye from Northwest Montana. I hope I see you next time. Thanks for hanging in there.
Hey,
Nico, you want to say bye-bye?
no. It's the same bald eagle. Is it the bald eagle?
No. Wow, Russell, you are a good egg cooker. How's that butter going, Russell?
Good.
You buttering my toast?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's not going to be very easy.
No, it's a little hard, isn't it?
Why? Maybe it's so puppy.
What?
Maybe it's why. Maybe the problem is because of the bumps.
Oh, the bumps. Yep.
Ooh, I know. Fast.
You putting jelly on there, Nico?
Yeah. Can I help?
Well, you did the butter. We're letting Nico try to do the
We'll do it
jam.
at the same time.
You can get up there with him.
Can we do it at the same time?
You can see if he'll let you. Get it, dog? I think that's what he just said. Get it, dog. Are you a doggy? Here, Larky's got it, huh? Can Larky play with it for a while?
No. No.
can't handle it.
Bite.